How you doing? Thanks for joining me. So you see this? Remember this from Beetlejuice when the people left their house? This creature would come after them, and it's got this big red eye like the sun. And here I'm looking through the advertising to see what type of symbols they're rubbing in her face, and I see this cannibal cheese. It's fruity. It's like the dog eat dog world. One side of a light hole is a black hole. This underlying feature that they're rubbing in our face, okay? At the center of the dish they're showing you is the land of milk and honey. It's obvious. That is the place we need to get to, people. The center of the dish. And you know, what's kind of funny is that, you see, I see this thing over here. It says, I got the job. And when you flip it over, it says, I go, see the J into the hole at the center of the dish? And then E-N, like in. And then this is like the 7. That's like the division sign with the dot in the dot into the center of the dish. I go in. See that into the hole? It's like the 007. I 007. That's like the 700 Club. Everything is the 2-ball cane. It's crazy, but it's rubbed in our face, people. That, you know, people think the Cain and Abel story and the Jesus and Satan story and all these things are, it's all the same story. Nimrod, it's right there. The Nimrod, right there, going into the hole. Everything is the same story over and over and over. So you hear wormwood and all these things. They're telling you. That's because the sun has to bend its light into the hole. They're rubbing in your face. That's funny. You say, Satan this, Satan that. Look at your Christmas tree. That's a swastika you've been setting up every year. And that's the arrow that pierces Jesus Christ who's on the cross. You see it? It's an arrowhead. And you string it with spiral lights down it, and you kiss under the mistletoe, and it's the 666, as above, so below, all over your face. But you just can't see it because you're like bent and confused. You graduate from school and you put this thing on your head. You're not straight up and down like the civil flag shows you. You don't even know what a civil flag is. There's no sandbags around your school or your home. You don't drive Humvees. You don't wear fatigues. You don't carry machine guns. You're not going to a military school. You should have a civilian flag flying around your home and at your schools and all your public places, because the civil flag says it says don't shoot us, we're women and children. So they wipe this out of your brains. They consider you the rats. See it? You think you're a star, but you're really the rats. And you smoke your mentee hole cigarettes. And they're laughing in your face. You think the Bible is telling you something it's not. Cain and a bull and Jesus and Satan and your candy canes. It's just funny. You put your wedding ring on your limp finger, not on your fuck you finger. That's because you're on wormwood. And they're laughing at you, that you can't see anything. That they rub this shit in your face. That you see this pawn over here? You need to get in that hole at the center of the dish now. Now, people. We need to get to the center of the dish where every compass points to. Now. That's the land of milk and honey. Okay? That's where we need to get to. How's it going? Thanks for joining me. The flat earth information. Take a look. You see this symbol right over here, the check mark, which is like a J, or it's like the sun looking in from the black hole sun, where Jesus, the sun, places his light into the hole. Okay? And out from the hole comes the green ash trailing light, or the creation light. Like DNA is the 4-letter code, which is CTAG, or in reverse, green ash trailing charge. Like what you see shooting out of the hole from the black hole sun. And, you know, pirates, you know, have the one eye and the booty. And you see, they want your booty, like somebody pointed out. And you see Mr. Garrison is bent 90 degrees, his arm. He's green. And you see the candy cane, like hat, which is over his head. Like you wear like you wear a condom over your head. He's wearing this over his head like a condom. And he's got the stripes like the candy cane. And you see Jesus has to place his light into the hole, which makes him cisgender. And that's where you get Bruce Jenner, who's cisgender, okay? And he's the butt of all the jokes, right? And you can see, like Joker, the butt, you moon somebody, that's your butt, right? Joker's the butt of all the jokes. See the moon over there? And see the red and the purple, red into the purple? Okay, so here, red into the purple. He's the Joker. Alright, and Jesus places his light into the hole, which causes the engine of creation to spin. Okay, which makes the world go round. Alright, of course the ball, that's a charm idea, is what they're telling you. And it's funny how this charm won't stand up for its life is because it won't hold up its weight. Okay, an idea, it's what they're telling you. And you can see over here all the symbols showing you right here on the Blink 182. Basically what you're seeing here is that Jesus goes around the earth moving inward and outward, okay, bringing the seasons like the Pistons. Every time it goes around 1 year, that's 360 degrees, not 365, 360 degrees. Whatever you've done in your, it's gone full circle. If you've written down on a piece of paper, you intend to bring forth heaven on earth, and you spill your fucking blood on it, and then you publish video proof of it to the internet, that goes into the Ethernet, into the engine of creation. And the engine of creation is hooked up to the Ethernet. The Holy Spirit, I'm telling you, is connected to the frickin' matrix. So you're on the chessboard right now, and there's a dome, is what they're showing you. The Tower of Babel wouldn't have gone up to the sky. It would have been everybody trying to get to the center of the dish, where all compasses point to get to the Holy of Holies, where the Fountain of Youth comes shooting out. Okay? The Fountain of Youth comes shooting out. Jesus the Son places his light into the hole, and out from the hole comes the green astral light. So, gender bender, you see, it's the gender bender, it goes both ways. It's check mark. But if you turn it upside down, it's clearly showing you Jesus placing his light into the butthole. Alright, and God is the green astral light that comes out and showers down upon us, on all of us. That would be the black hole sun, which you've been calling Lucifer, which is actually the divine feminine, the living dynamo. And you can see they're rubbing in your face, the flat earth plane. Somebody sent me an email, and he showed me and all the symbols he's seeing also, and you're seeing them also. They're rubbing in your face. So you see Jesus places his light into the hole, okay, the Mother Earth. You see it's bent, crooked, tilted. They're showing you. You know, you can turn this to the left, which would be like you turning your head to the right and correcting things, and you see like the U is showing you a wormhole, folding of space. It's one side of a light hole is a black hole. One electron universe balanced by a positron. Time going in one direction, time going the other direction. You see the two stars, which is actually one star. One side of it's one coin, two sides. You see the power button? You got to go to the center of the dish where all compasses point to. And they're rubbing in our face, people. Aye, Captain, you see this? You know, this fusion bull. This stuff that is constantly being rubbed in our face. That fusion. They're trying to show you something here. You know, a balanced person has both their left and right side of their brain. And you can't see that. You go to the polls, and you're picking for, they don't care which candidate you pick for. If you pick for any of them, you're going along with their rouge. And you're going to be fucked up your ass, because everybody knows what you do with holes and polls. And you can see over here the eye right over there. And you know, if you turn the check mark upside down, that's showing you Jesus placing his light into the hole. That's why we have candy canes showing you this. And you know, dinosaurs are a hoax. Look at this. What's his name? Eric Dubai. He's very thorough, but he's not thorough enough because he's not pointing at the astrolite. He's not pointing out that you're living in a hologram and that you were fucking confused, that you were a star at your heart, you were trapped here inside this cage, grabbed at the Jew 8. Man is Chewits, You would be the food, people. Okay? You're the freaking food. And it's rubbed in your face. Again, I remember the Glamour logo. If you turn it sideways, it shows you it's the reptilian eye. And you see, they rub this shit in your face, people. That you're in the fucking bird cage, like I pointed out. They come down to mate with the daughters of man. Look what they do to women. Listen, this is called lesser magic. They rub it in your hand to take. They rub it in your face to take your blood off your master's hands. They said everybody you know is cross and confused. You are part of the minions. And all compasses point to the center of the dish where Jesus places his light into the hole. And let's see here. You, okay, have been raised all whack job. You can't even see it. Take a look at this. It's crazy, people. Maggots to the moon. Chimps to the moon. Okay, this is not a joke, people. You're fucking retarded if you think that they've ever been to the moon. They told you the evening is Eve, so the moon would be Eve, made from the rib of the earth, and the earth is like a grid, okay? It's made of parts that a piece was taken from to make Eve, and what that's done is that's fucked up this. What you have here is one side of a light hole is a black hole, okay? And now there's something else in the matrix that was broken off from the original creation to fuck everything up. And you can see now everything's bent and confused. You can see over here. Okay, now you are confused. You don't know which way to go. So you have to go look at tarot cards. Tarot is the bull, the two bulls. One side of a light hole is a black hole. Okay, star in reverse is rats. So you see, like this. It's bent forward. It's supposed to be a red and a blue wave. But you see here, it's clearly a blender. And it's bent forward. Okay. And you can see over here that that's a Vesica Pisces. It's supposed to be going up and down. A woman's vagina is not sideways. Okay. You know, Yoda, he's like over here. Look at him with his green ass. You see the green ass light? It's the snake, like the Aurora Borealis. The dragon coming out of the center of the earth. Okay. They want you to believe that the abyss is bad or something. But that's where the green astron light shoots out at the center of the dish where all compasses point to. And that's where we need to be. That's where the fountain of youth is, people. So what they've done is they've turned Mother Earth, this green astron light, into this, Yoda. So inside the cube is the Divine Mother, the living dynamo, the engine of creation. And we are in free fall over the black hole sun on the accretion disk, and you are in a cage, and rats raw is what you are. Rats raw. Okay? And they've turned this beautiful woman into, like, picture the Divine Mother. A beautiful woman has now been turned into this. Okay? Listen, if you vote, people, that's poles. See, you're a pole. Both poles, it's two dicks. Fucking assholes. See that? Dicks in assholes. The other way is a vagina with a butthole. Okay, so what you have is a gay gangbang right there. Fusion. Fema is feminine male. Okay, you go to midnight mass. That's the feminine. You kneel down to the feminine, place holy water on your head. You see over here, it's spinning to the left. That's the feminine. Gay everyone. G-E, gay everyone. X-rays. You know, the X marks the spot at the center of the dish where the green astron light shoots out. And it can see through you because this is what writes the Akashic record. Everything's all written onto the Akashic record. So Mother Earth. Okay, you see the green Jesus places his light into the hole, and the green astral light comes out, hits the parabolic mirror, and showers down on us. That's God. Okay? It's the Jesus Lucy loop, is what they're telling you. At the center of the dish would be the Holy of Holies, and that's where we would want to go to find our way out of the box. World War II, they say, is still going on because Japan and Russia never signed over a set of islands. So you see, he's sticking the flag, or which is the word fag, and they place the L in there, and the L is bent 90 degrees, showing you, like Jesus, you're either straight or you're what? You're bent and confused. So it's showing you the reason Jesus placing his light into the asshole. It is what it is, people. They're telling you it's because the ass trailing light. And not from the ass trailing. So you see here, they're bent, humping each other. And he's trying to get it into the hole. The fourth guy trying to get into the hole. Okay? That's just some funny ass shit, people. So, the moon that fucked everything up. See, what you have is on a clock. You see, like on a clock, you see the two dots. One side of a light hole is a black hole. And you've seen like a division sign. Turn it sideways. It's the left and right side of your brain, or the computer's brain. And now there's a virus in here, which is the moon, which is a rib of the earth, which is Adam, which is made into Eve. And this is the Pac-Man, who's going to pack your fucking soul back into an embryo. And you're going to be vacuumed up if you walk into the light. Alright? And you'll be placed back into the Jesus Lucy loop. What you want to do is, before you're dead, you want to get to the center of the dish, where the astral light is shooting out of the dish, out from the center of the dish. And this is where you would get everlasting life, people. It's that we have to go to the center of the dish, where all compasses point to. That's what we're going to find. That's where we're going to find everything that we want is there. That's where home is, people. It's at the center of the dish, where Jesus places his light into the hole, into Mother Earth, or the Virgin Mary. And the Immaculate Conception happens, which is the green astral light shooting out, which creates the Divine Mother. And you see over here, that eye is caged off from you. You are not allowed to access that hole, which is the Divine Mother. Okay? You Anglo-Saxon danger, they're saying, a Saxon danger. It's shooting, it's bent. It's not shooting straight up and down like the civil flag. The stripes go up and down. They're not bent like on a military flag. The American flag that you pledge allegiance to is the military flag. Because this is times of war, they say. But the civil flag says, don't shoot us, we're women and children. Okay? When they got rid of that flag, that's because everybody's so fucking stupid they can't see anything. You don't drive Humvees. You don't have sandbags around your house. Your kids don't go to military school. You should have a civil flag where the stripes go up and down. Type that into a computer and you'll see it. But right now, you were the grad that the Jew ate. Man is Chubits. They came here to mate with the daughters of man. And they cage up the virgins and fuck them and steal the babies and eat them or whatever they do. Because the blood of children reverses aging. And then they feed the babies to the women, so that the new babies come out are more tender. And this process goes on. It's very, very sick. And you're under a pro-glide invasion. You've been spoon-fed. You're gearing up for a fake alien invasion. You know the Vatican, the Pope can't be the vicar of Christ because he's a pedophile. And he believes, or he's pushing onto you ideas that there's no dome there, that outer space and aliens exist, which makes you fucking retarded. He can't possibly be the vicar of Christ. He would have to spill his blood over his intent, because only the devil hides his intent. And he would want to publish it to the Ethernet, so that the L, God, would see it. But he's not going to do that. And you see over here, there's a dome up there, like city. You see the two eyes, the two pillars. They're showing you one side of a light hole is a black hole. It's that right over there. Okay? That's what we're looking at right over here. Just got to turn it right. Or your head to the right to make it 90 degrees. Corrected. Because you're not bent left. Okay? You need to go right. Okay? Her right is to safety. See that? And left is to death. No. You can see that the Twin Towers, I showed you pictures in a previous video that they're hollow, and they were radio mass, and you can say you knew somebody who lived there and went there. It was an observation tower. It was the Twin Towers were built to be destroyed, okay, to usher in what you call the New World Order is the internet itself, people. That's where they wired the entire Earth plane, and now you are connected, and you have an electronic footprint. Everything that you text, everything you watch, everything about you is kept in prison systems NSA. Okay? That's what it looks like, people. They rub it in our face, just like I showed you in previous videos. And you see something over here. Gender theft. The best a man can get, right? Jill-ette is the best a man can get. Jill-ette. Double cross, see it? Ill. G-ill. Gay-ill-ette. That's what I see right there. The best a man can get is... That's because the divine feminine has been cut off, and now you are bent and confused. You see how the gun is like a J, arm bent? Okay? Yoda, look at this, people. You see this? You're a caveman. You've been cubed. You see this? This is... I saw this on my son came home with this from school. The Valentine's Day thing that they force our kids to go through. I harder is what I see first, not I try harder like you're seeing at first, but it's I harder. The red is the masculine, the blue is the feminine. You know, it's that, hold on. Gender blender is all over fucking this shit, people. And you know, St. Pauli's girl, Paulie and St. Pauli, that don't go together. Like Bud and Light, that don't go together. You see, we will change the world. You know, that came from the we, the I with the two eyes up. That's no longer bipolar. That's not two. It's like one masculine, one feminine. Now it's the single Freedom Tower, which is the gender bender. And this thing's hollow, people. It's ready and set to be destroyed. Take a look. Hollow Twin Towers. Blow your freaking mind. And I guess I got so much more to show you, people.